What is up, guys? Moon here, aka Ethan. Today I'm back for another episode of Everlasting Summer. And the last episode, we were setting up some ambient shit. Like, it was kind of depressing. This guy was, like, going on about how his life sucked or whatever, and how he was antisocial. And then we saw his weird beard, so now we're here at a bus stop, I assume. A frosty evening. Bus stop, waiting. I never liked winter. Though hot summer is not my season either. It's just that I see no reason to point out any particular time of the year. It doesn't matter much what the weather is outside when you stay home 24/7. The bus today was running so late that I was about to curse. I was about to curse it all and spend my last few hundred rubles for a taxi. The idea of just returning home didn't cross my mind for some reason. As usual, millions of thoughts flew through my mind, but there was not a single useful one to seize on. Such a thought that you could bring into existence, give a shape, turn into an idea, and put it into practice. Maybe I could start my own business, but where would I get the money from? Or maybe I could go back to working in an office. No way. Maybe I should try freelancing. But what skills do I have, and who would want me after all? This guy's depressing. I suddenly remember my childhood, or rather my teen years. The first time I was 15, not the last time I was 15, the first time. The time I was 15 through 17 years old. Why exactly those years? No idea. I guess it's because back then everything was so much more simple. It was more easy to make decisions, so complicated now and so simple then. Waking up in the morning, I knew exactly how my day was going to pass, and I always eagerly looked forward to the weekend. Then, I could get some rest and have time for things like computer, football, going out with my friends. But then, at the beginning of the next week, I'd take up my studies again. Back then, there's no such worrying questions like why, who needs it, what will change if I do it, or what will not change. A simple lifestyle, so casual from any normal person, so odd to myself today. That careless childhood age, it was also then that I met my first love. Her appearance and personality have vanished from my memory. Only her name remains, like a brief line from a social network profile, along with the feelings which overwhelmed me when I was with her. Affection, tenderness, the desire to care for her and protect her. Sadly, it didn't last long. Today, I can hardly imagine something like that happening. I would probably like to meet a girl, but I don't know how to start a conversation, what on earth to discuss, and how to attract her. Well, I haven't met any suitable girls for a long time. Dude, lower your standards, Christ's sake. But where could I meet one anyway? Well, if you didn't have such high standards, which you seem like you do. There's a bus. The bus is here. The sound of an engine brought me back to reality. A bus pulled over. There was something abnormal about it, I thought. Then again, it doesn't matter. Only the 410 runs this route. It says 410 right there, so. I got on the bus. Oh shit, it's on fire. Why was it on fire? Streetlights passed me by. It's as if their cold light sparks inside of me, trying to ignite feelings long dead. Or maybe not at night, just awaken them. Because those feelings, they have been living in me for a long time, slumbering and waking again. The driver's radio was playing some very familiar tune. But I wasn't listening to it. I was catching the cars passing by through the foggy window. Because people are always rushing somewhere, chasing something they need, stuck in their own little worlds. But would they care about me and mine? They probably have their own serious problems, or maybe they have much easier lives. You can't know for sure, since all people are different. Or are they? Sometimes someone's actions can easily be predicted, but if you try to look inside his soul, you will only see impenetrable darkness. The bus was approaching downtown, and my thoughts were interrupted by the bright city lights. Hundreds of billboards, thousands of cars, millions of people. Watching the lights snow, and somehow I got terribly sleepy. And I fell asleep. And I'm going to have that dream again, aren't I? My eyes closed just for a moment, and then... Come on, the dream. I know it's going to happen. It's not sneaking up on me. Oh, no, okay. What's this? Oh, this is neat. 3D animated partially. Anime opening. What is this? There's the weird beard I have. This is kind of pretty, actually. That's really pretty. It's oddly animated, though. But oh, hello, hot lady. Damn, girl. Oh shit. Can't read that name. Okay, something tells me. Oh damn. Something tells me I'm not gonna be able to read any of these names, so I'm gonna give them all. Oh, panty shot. Okay. Something tells me I'm gonna have to name all these girls myself, because I don't know how to say their names. I don't think. Well, I don't want to. It's that I don't want to attempt to say their names because I don't want to. Okay. That was Mookie, right? She looks like she's supposed to be a ripoff of fucking Hatsune Miku. Okay, Everlasting Summer. Are you guys ready for this? Day 1. Neato. Bright daylight struck my eyes. Okay, it's much happier now, it feels. At first I didn't pay attention, as I wasn't fully awake yet. On their own, my legs carried me towards the door. Simon, or Simeon? Simeon. Okay, yeah, it's Simeon. Damn, looks like I fell asleep and missed my stop. Okay, my name's Simeon? Neat, okay. But there was no door. I looked around the bus and realized that I wasn't a good old worn out lie. I wasn't a good old. Instead, the bus was an Icarus model, a new one. I froze in shock. How? What? Am I dead? Have I been kidnapped? No, I must be dead. I patted myself down feverishly, slapped myself painfully in the face a few times, and banged my forehead into the back of one of the bus seats. It's clear, either I'm still alive, or you can still feel pain when you're dead. But how could this happen? Maybe I slept for too long and ended up on the bus depot. And then what? Did they just put me into another bus? I rushed out to take a look around. Greenery everywhere. I looked. Tall grass in the roadside, trees, flowers. Summer. But how? It was winter just a moment ago. My head was aching unbearably, as if it was going to explode. Slowly I began to remember. See, I'm going to change the tone of this now, guys, because I was sick of speaking in that drolled-ass tone. The entire fucking thing. Entire, playthrough. I'm not going to do that. So, now the leaves are here, so that means I'm going to speak in a different tone. And try to make it much more happy and less unbearable for you guys. A long road running off into the distance. Forest. Plains. Fields. Lakes. Forest again. I think I was sleeping, but then how can I remember all of it? All of it. All of it. And then a gap. Like the clothing store. The Banana Republic place. Some girl leaning over me. Oh shit. She softly whispered something into my ear. Hey little mama. Then a gap again. Another store. Another clothing store. Another place to buy sweet, sick-ass polos. And then I woke up here. Who was the strange girl? She was the girl, obviously the girl who invited you into that area, guy. You have that in your mind. You know that's what happened. Or was she just a dream? For some reason, thinking about her made me feel better and calm. And calmed me down a little. I felt warm all over. coming from the inside. Could it be her who brought me here? Then I need to find her. And the best place to look for her is from any... Oh, wait, what? I rushed to the left and then to the right, then stopped, hesitating over where to go. Finally, I ran in the direction from which the bus had probably came. There's another gap. Physical exercise does not refresh one's mind. Thoughts became clearer, and it gets a little easier to elevate the surroundings reality. Blah, blah, blah. Not in my case, however. I was sitting on the roadside, wheezing and trying to ease my sore throat by gulping breaths of hot air. Wouldn't that dry out your throat, though, mate? In any case, the run did its job. The fear withdrew for a while. Maybe I really am just dreaming. Though, recalling my self-harm on the bus, I immediately rejected the idea. Simeon, am I neither dreaming nor dead? A narrow road ran through the field and far into the distance. That... Oh, I just read that little edge. Fuck it. Okay. That exact same road from my dream. I must be very far away from home. And it's not just that it was winter yesterday. It's summer now. It's the whole environment. Of course, summer is usually like green and hot, but here everything is not entirely lifelike. Everything looks like it was taken from the paintings of Russian landscape or artists of 19th century. I can't do the accent, guys. I'm sorry. I probably offended some people. The grass is just too lush. The brushes are not like what... Well, brushes. The bushes are not like what bushes should be. They are so thick that I can't see through them like treetops, honestly. And the trees themselves, like the forest was quite far away, but the trees looked as if they were closed their ranks and were now just waiting for the order to advance into the fields of place. Okay, so it's like a forest tree line. Okay. I caught my breath and looked at the bus, which was now barely visible. That was a good run. Fear took me over once again. Those power lines. There must be people here. But what does it mean? In fact, that means nothing at all. Couldn't they have power lines in hell? Roasting sinners over hot coals. That's so last century. I must have reached the point of no return, after which you should either lose your mind completely or finally understand what is going on. And while I still have a choice, I should pick up the second option. I slowly head back to the bus. Of course, it was crazy, but I'm not likely to find any answer in the fields or the woods, and this wretched bucket of bolts is the only kind of link that I have with the real world. Okay, yes, there's the fucking... Do you not recognize that? Oh, wait, he doesn't, because he said he doesn't remember the stuff from the dream. Okay, I forgot. Okay, I'm an idiot. He doesn't know. I said that a while back that he knew, but he doesn't know. Okay, I'm stupid. Forget it. Forget what I said. I should carefully scout the area. A brick wall and its gates crown the Sovinok sign, statues of pioneers standing on either side, and a road sign nearby showing the bus route number 410. Simeon. This trip's taking a bit too long today. I smirked. A person may start acting inappropriately in extreme situations. Something like that is probably happening to me. This place didn't look abandoned at all. No rust on the gates, no damage to the walls. Sovinok. Is it Sovinok? Sovinok? I don't know. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correct. What could have a name like that? Judging by the pioneer statues, it could be a kid's summer camp. Moreover, it appears to be open. Of course, the simplest explanation, logically speaking, explains nothing at all. The strange girl, the altered bus, summer, the pioneer camp. Thousands of theories went through my mind instantly, from alien abductions to lethargic sleep, from hallucinations to time and space shift, to a time and space shift. None was worse than any other, but there was really no way to pick a single one. Then it occurred to me, I can try to make a phone call. I took out my cell phone and dialed the first number from my contact list. But instead of signal strength bars, the screen was showing a thick cross. Alright, there may be no signal in such a remote place, though I cannot be the only one who came here. Buses don't drive themselves. I examined the bus from all sides to make sure that I wasn't hallucinating. Bits of dirt on the bottom, some rust here and there, faded paint and worn out tires. So there is definitely a very ordinary Icarus. This is definitely a very ordinary Icarus. Yeah, exactly the kind of bus which takes you to a place beyond your understanding if you carelessly fall asleep. I gave a nervous chuckle. It came out by itself, sporadically, because this wasn't the right place or time to laugh. But where on earth is the driver? I cautiously sat down on the curb beside the bus and started to wait. Okay, before I read that, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Everlasting Summer. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you've never been on the channel before, and I will catch you guys all again in the next episode. I'm sort of getting into this plot, guys. It seems pretty spicy and juicy, and there's hot ladies in it, and I'm pretty happy about it. So, yeah, I'll see you in the next one, guys. Love ya. Bye.